If you're a mom trying to build a business and you're wondering how the heck am I supposed to show up online without shitting my pants in public, you're not alone. You clicked on this video because the idea of YouTube sounds great, but you're also wondering, where do I even begin? Is it too late for me? Will I measure up to the competition? I get it. I was there even before becoming a mom. I've tried being literally everywhere on everything, burning myself out while battling with perfectionism and performance anxiety, and no other platform left me more encouraged to push through that than YouTube. And now that I'm a mom, I've found a simple way to grow my business on this platform right here. In this video, I'm going to show you why YouTube is actually the smartest platform for busy moms trying to create content online and make money doing it. I'll share my story, the myths I bought into, the exact framework and mindset I use to consistently show up without hustle or burnout. And I hope this part really lights your fire. But if after all that you still aren't ready to start on YouTube, I'll give you 3 other very simple business models for a busy mom looking to start a career as a creator. This isn't about going viral. This is about building something that grows with you, fits your actual life, supports your lifestyle, and becomes part of your legacy. So if that sounds like something you're into, stay with me. The common mistaken belief is that long form video, like on YouTube, is harder to do than short form, like TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, X. But actually, YouTube long form is the smarter, easier way to build a platform. And I'll show you why. Well, I'll speak for myself and show you why it's become lucrative for my business and how it can be for yours too. Starting a channel on YouTube, especially as a busy stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom, and succeeding at it is very doable, as demonstrated by so many of us here on YouTube. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm the Declutterist, your less is more coach. And I'm here in this series helping busy, conscious moms build a simple, sustainable business so they can thrive as both a present, patient mother and a fulfilled, financially free entrepreneur. Right now is the best time to grow on social media and to make it your business. The opportunity is insane, and more people are blowing up in terms of creating something of their own making than ever before. And here on YouTube, you've got the option for long form and short form video. And I'll show you how those two can play together later in this video. First things first, why YouTube? YouTube is the #1 Googled search term, which means if somebody is searching on your topic, chances are your video will come up. YouTube has about 2.5 billion monthly active users, 66 million creators and counting, many of which are monetized channels, which means they're making money just for creating content because of the ads. Imagine if there was a strategy behind your channel and ad revenue was just icing on the cake. YouTube is not just about making videos. It's where you can start a business. When I first started building my business, I was doing what everyone else says you should do. Trying to post daily on Instagram, but without becoming overwhelmed by all the ideas and being exhausted and discouraged by Friday every week, and still crickets. And then having to do it all over again on Monday, I was over it. On short form, there was constant pressure to chase the algorithm. Every social media manager telling you what you're doing wrong because the algorithm has changed. Being so confused by all the noise, I found I wasn't really inspired or connecting with anyone or forming a community, which is the point of social media. I was actually losing more followers than I gained. At one point, I gained 43 followers and lost 60 in the same week. What that did to my motivation, I needed to be somewhere else. Trying to distill everything down to 9 seconds or 3 minutes, I found my stuff was lacking my personality and my context. If you're like me and what you have to share is deeper than, oh, look at this new baby carrier I bought, then you can easily get disconnected from purpose, trying to win over short attention spans. And when I became a mom, I was pivoting in my business. So I had a new niche to carve out in the marketplace. And so I knew I needed more time on screen. Under that spell of short form, I ended up creating products just to fit in the scroll. It was hard for me to find a through line with all this random entertaining content. And if social media really managed to mess with me on a particular day, I couldn't be present with my kids. I was so weighed down by the heavy mental load of it and bothered by the low reach that it didn't feel congruent with the time I had to give. I'd spend more time than I'd care to admit on strategizing the next 30-second reel. I never wanted to run a business that was fueled by hustle culture. But that's exactly what I was in. That's exactly what I had created. And that's what the other channels, the other platforms felt like to me. When you become a mom, you realize quickly that you don't have time to waste to figure a way through the noise. So I knew I had to get back to a simpler, more sustainable route, one I can execute on my terms, in my voice, at my speed, and that still works today. That's when I turned to YouTube. I was so hesitant for so long. Like, I avoided YouTube for so long, like 2018-ish, when everyone was telling me to get on it. Finally, I'm here. Even though I still get a little camera shy and things started a little shaky and sometimes it feels a little rough, I finally quit Instagram and started creating content for YouTube only. Do I still have a desire to publish on short form? Absolutely. And I'll let you in on a little secret how it looks like I'm still on short form. But for now, this quarter, I'm leaning into long form. And here's what I found. YouTube is the best platform for busy creator moms like us for 5 big reasons. One, less is more. You create it once and it works for you for years. Unlike Instagram or TikTok or X, where the feed obliterates content just 3 weeks old, your content on YouTube has a longer shelf life. My first video still pops up in search and it brings me new views, new subscribers, new leads months later. Two, it's backed by Google. People looking to make a change in their lives go to YouTube. They are deliberately searching online for a solution to their problem versus people scrolling IG where it's shorter attention spans, it's more entertainment, it's sub $20 offers. On YouTube long form, people actually find your content here. And you don't need to go viral or even be monetized by the platform yet to grow a sustainable business that's consistent with lead flow and consistent with sales. People learn to know, like, and trust you because you're pouring your heart out. The people watching your videos on YouTube are closer to making a buying decision. The viewers convert faster. Yes, there's nuance and psychology and an art to your thumbnails, your titles, your keywords, which I'll save for a future video. But testing these things really is so much easier here. Marketing is all about testing anyway. So the sooner you can enjoy all the strikeouts before you hit a home run, the better. And no, I'm not even talking about monetization really and all the ways that you can make money on YouTube, like AdSense, affiliate sales, brand sponsorships, but those all come too. Number three, my favorite, you don't have to post daily. One high quality video is enough to grow momentum and establish a routine where YouTube fits snugly into your work week and the time you have to give your business outside of being a mom. That consistency is enough for YouTube to promote you without you burning out because you're worried about underperforming. At this rate, you can and will be monetized in a reasonable time frame. Going public with your message is such vulnerable, precious work that you want to respect the process. You should give yourself time to develop a routine and a ritual where churning out content is the norm. It's second nature. And your overthinking and your fears and your self doubt are not the bottleneck. Your goal is to find your focus and the ease in the journey. It took me 4 months to get to that place where YouTube felt like an easy process for me because I'd established a manageable setup and teardown, editing and publishing routine. And best of all, my work fits in the time I have to give it so that I can be a present, patient, playful mother when my kids are home. 4, you get to go deeper. Instagram and TikTok are built for bite-sized content. For some, that's a beautiful thing. For me, producing bite after bite after bite, day after day after day, working through 1,001 ways to say my message was exhausting. I was sick of second guessing what B-roll footage looked best with this overlay text. Not saying B-roll doesn't work great for YouTube because it does, but you don't need it. Not to start at least. YouTube is built for transformation, and this is my wheelhouse. I have more to say, and it might take me 20 minutes to say it. And in here, that's welcome. For your videos to benefit the sustainability and profitability of your business that don't end up confusing people and throwing off searchability, you do need to be crystal clear on your messaging and your niche. And you might find you need to post a few different things in a few different ways to find out what the sweet spot is. But start with clarity on who you're talking to and what you're talking about, to shortcut your way to creating videos that convert fast. If you need help with that, download the free Content Clarity Checklist in the description box below. Longer form videos let you teach and connect without being a trend chaser, so you can build trust and connection 10 times faster. 5, you don't need fancy gear. All the lighting kits and the fancy cameras and the microphones, all are great, and they become a factor as you get better at doing this, but it's not a requirement at the start. I drank the Kool-Aid and I bought the fancy Canon camera and I bought the fancy lighting kits and the microphones and ended up switching to just my iPhone. Not the best quality, but it works. I'll link to the video that goes into my actual setup, ring light and iPhone on a tripod, but enough to say that this is how it looks for me. My constraints right now are if my iPhone is charged, whether my lavalier fits on my shirt, and if the house is quiet enough for me to film without background noise. The birds chirping always make it into my video though, and I'm okay with it. And I know I can add to my setup when the time is right. I can add complexity when I've got a team to help me and when the metrics show me it's time. You don't need a production team or fancy editing techniques in the beginning. You just need a message. People want your insights, your process, your tutorials, your reviews. They want to learn from you. And if you love teaching, YouTube is a natural home for your voice. So now let me share my busy mom tested and approved, no fluff process to creating content for YouTube without overwhelm. This is the exact process I follow. 1, pick your niche. Pick one niche that's connected to your story. For example, if you overcame postpartum depression and you help others do the same, speak on that. Don't overthink it. Choose one format to start. Are you going to do long form or short form? Which feels appropriate for what you have to say? For example, will you do a talking head, a faceless tutorial, stock footage with a voiceover? It's up to you, but go with your gut when it comes to whatever feels easiest enough to be consistent with. Create a simple CTA, call to action. What action do you want your viewers to take by the end of the video? A like and subscribe are obvious. What else do you want them to do? How can they start working with you if they're curious to find out? A client of mine talks about her healing journey living with an autoimmune deficiency. And she helps other people in the exact same boat come together, share their struggles, and get coaching around it. She invites viewers to book a call to discuss their options, and she's building an exclusive community from there. Schedule one shoot day per week. My process is like this. I research and write my script, even if it's not final, on Tuesday. I record the video on Wednesday, edit, publish, and promote on Thursday. And that leaves time on those days, as well as Mondays and Fridays, for admin and client calls. I know another YouTuber mom that films and publishes 3 days a week because she outlines a loose script in the morning and then films in the afternoon before she picks up her kids from daycare. It's whatever you can do, but quality over quantity, and you will still grow. Hey, I say let the platform pay you to film more content. If one video per week is all you can do right now, be proud of that consistency. That is valued here. Repurpose with tech. AI is your friend here. I use repurpose.io to cut my long form videos into snippets with overlay text and captions. And then I post those onto short form, TikTok, Instagram, Shorts. And that's my little secret to look like I'm everywhere all at once. Know your numbers. This is a business. I review my metrics on an admin day. Other than just watching a video on how it's performing during the week with views and subscribers so that I can know if it's a hot topic to script future content on, I reserve diving deep into analytics for Fridays. Then I track how that resulted in booked calls for the week and new clients. And just so you know, we're all winging it to some extent here. No one really knows why a video crushes. It's all just speculation. And yeah, we try to wrap it into some type of formula to make sense of what happened. But on any platform, everyone's just trying to exceed their latest benchmarks. Where 1 million views used to be good, now it's all about 5 million. It never ends. So I like how my content lives on to help my true fans find my deep cuts so they can see what resonates with them as they're doing their comparison shopping. It all boils down to that. Keep your calendar clean. Soon your business and your visibility will grow. And so recognize where you can slot in other aspects of your business, like administrative tasks. As the demand for your products grow, your client list gets longer, your schedule gets booked with more coaching and service calls, and you still want to fit in time with your family. for the park, vacations, and cuddling on a lazy Sunday. Schedule your content creation, your client calls, your family time, and all your non negotiable self care. Put it on the calendar and share it with your family so everyone's on the same page. Easy enough, I hope, to get started on YouTube. But if that didn't convince you and you're still scared to show up on camera because the cringe is strong, let's talk about getting off Cringe Mountain fast. Welcome to Cringe Mountain. Keep your hands inside at all times. Every single YouTuber climbs it. It's ugly stuff, but we all start somewhere. The trick is to get over it fast. Cringe Mountain is the awkward, uncomfortable, and vulnerable phase you go through when you're putting yourself out there publicly, especially on camera, for the first time. It's the uphill climb past fear, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and steep learning curves. You watch yourself on camera and think you're awkward. You hate the sound of your voice. You don't want people from high school seeing your stuff because it's embarrassing not to have it all together yet. I get it. It sucks. The only way over it is through the fear, through feeling like you don't know enough, through the self-criticism, to get to the confidence that exists only after trusting yourself and doing the reps. This goes for short form and long form. So here's some quick down and dirty mindset training. Just start. The first step is always the scariest. It's also the most freeing. Stop overthinking. Go without knowing everything. Do it scared. Do it now. Just hit publish. Post your first 5 videos without trying to be perfect. Social media is about connection, not perfection. And no, YouTube is not just for people with fancy setups. Just serve. Focus on serving one person, one viewer who needs to hear this message, not impressing the masses who may never even find it. Don't wait to be confident on camera. Just be confident in your message. Hone in on that, one subscriber at a time. Just trust. Trust the process. You don't need to be an overnight celebrity to build a business. Remind yourself, every creator you love started with 0 subscribers too. They put in the time they had and they grew from there. Busy creator moms do not need more obstacles in the way of their dreams. We've got plenty. We just need to trust ourselves more and choose visibility that works with our timeline. We need aligned, efficient, joyful ways to build a real business that leaves time for our real life. Still don't want to be on camera? Here are other creator paths for moms. Listen, if YouTube still doesn't feel right just yet, you have options. Do you love to teach off camera? Try podcasting. Do you love to write? Try Substack or blogging on your own domain with a weekly newsletter. Do you love graphics and visuals? Try Pinterest or even voiceovers on YouTube. Do you love supporting others? Become an integrator or a content manager and partner with an influencer. The point is, there is a path to riches for your personality and your passion. And once you carve out time to find that clarity and that focus, I believe your platform becomes obvious. If you need a sounding board to build that killer visibility strategy that doesn't waste your precious time or energy, works for your lifestyle, your personality, and your goals, then book a call with me using the link in the description box below. I think that's a wrap for this one. We covered a lot. The benefits of YouTube over other platforms for a busy creator mom, a bona fide formula to get started on long form or short form today, how to race past Cringe Mountain and never look back, and ultimately, how to preserve your sanity so you can still be an amazing mother, not a stressed out entrepreneur. If you're still scared to show up online, just know it's normal. But take it from me, perfectionism is not how you start a business. Because what's on the other side of that form of procrastination? Freedom, fulfillment, what dreams are made of. If you are ready to make YouTube your platform, let me know in the comments below what's your channel going to be about. I can't wait to tune in. And of course, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Peace.